Our lesson today is on special pairs of angles, and the goal is to identify special pairs of angles and lines. So, yesterday we learned about complementary and supplementary angles. We're going to continue on with various angle pairs. We have adjacent angles. These are two angles that share a side and a vertex, but they do not overlap. So look at the drawing. We've got a common vertex there and a common side right there. Those are adjacent angles. We have vertical angles. These are opposite angles that are formed when two lines intersect. Just get in the way there. So you can tell we've got vertical angles that are right here. So 1 and 3 are vertical because they're opposite from each other. And then we have 4 and 2 are vertical. Those are opposite from each other. Vertical angles are congruent, which means they have the same measure. Next, we have corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are angles that are in the same position when a line intersects two other lines. Corresponding angles are also congruent, which means they have the same measure. So the way I think about it, with corresponding angles, they look the same. Okay, they're in the exact same spot. So angles 3 and angle 4. Well, angle 3 is kind of in the upper right part of this grouping here, and angle 4 is in the upper right of this grouping down there. They're in the same position, they are corresponding, they are congruent. Okay, we have parallel lines. These are lines that do not intersect. Perpendicular lines, lines that intersect to form 4 right angles. So you've seen the drawing there. Lines A and B are perpendicular because when they intersect, right angle there, right angle here, right angle here, right angle there. And that's that. So, for example, we have a drawing like this. Excuse me. We're going to name all pairs of adjacent angles. So looking back at our definition, looking for angles that share a side and a vertex but don't overlap. So I would say that angle 1 and angle 4 are adjacent. They share the side, right, and the common vertex. Angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent. They share the side right here, and they have a common vertex. Let's say angle 2 and angle 3. They share that common side. And you could also say angle 3 and angle 4. They share that common side in green. Next, we name all pairs of supplementary angles. So let's see, I should try to organize this a little better. So we'll go like that. Put that in. Right, we'll go like that. Looking for supplementary angles. I'm going to go ahead and erase what I've done here. If you recall from the previous lesson, supplementary angles, they form a straight angle, or angles that equal 180 degrees. And if I look at the drawing, I can see that angle 1 and angle 4 are supplementary. Okay, they make that straight line right there. Let's say angle 1 and angle 2 are supplementary. How about angle 2 and angle 3? Right, they're right there. And then angle 3 and angle 4. They form right there. This should be a review from the previous lesson. And final question is name all pairs of vertical angles So going back to our drawing. Look for the opposite angles. These are just like the ones from before. So vertical, 1 and 3, which are right across from each other. And then 2 and 4, right across from each other. So write these down. Okay, now we have this drawing. We're going to apply some numbers here, some measurements. So if the measure of angle 2 is 105 degrees, we're going to find the measure of all the other angles. We can go about this any way we want. Okay, there are a couple of methods of doing this. I'm going to go ahead and write in 105 right over here. Kind of helps me to see it. Now, we should know that angle 2 and angle 4 are vertical. They are right across from each other. And from definition, vertical angles are congruent. So angle 4 is 105 degrees. Now next, we should notice that we've got a couple straight lines that are formed by these angles. So how about right here? And I'll look at angle 2 and angle 1. They are supplementary, which means they equal 180. So to find measure of angle 1, I take 105 away from 180. Gives me 75 degrees. So angle 1 is 75 degrees. Then angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical, which means they have the same measure. So that's 75 degrees. You could have gone in different order here to find the answers, but that is what they are. Finally, let's use an example from context. Let's see, I get this out of the way here. So using that map, we're going to name the 4 pairs of corresponding angles. So we're looking at angles 1 through 8. Okay, you can see them here. That's what we're looking at. Now that we see them, I'm going to go ahead and erase those circles and circle the corresponding angles. So we're looking for angles that are in the same positions. So angle 1 is in the top left of that group of 4. Angle 5 is in the top left of that group of 4. Angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 2, top right. Angle 6, top right. They're corresponding. Guys, as always, feel free to pause the video and try these on your own if you think you can. If not, keep going with me. Angle 4 and 8 are both in the bottom left. And last but not least, we have angle 3 and angle 7, both in the bottom right. And now what we're going to do is try to find the measure of all of our angles. So if angle 1 is 60 degrees, we're going to find the measures of all the remaining angles. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that. And we can use, again, any of the vocab, any of the angle pairs we've learned in this lesson or from previous. So I'm going to use the corresponding angles to help me out here, because we know that those are congruent from definition. So if angle 1 is 60, I know that angle 1 and angle 5 correspond. So angle 5 has to be 60 degrees. Guys, again, go in any order you want. Angle 3 and angle 1 are vertical, which means they're the same measure. So angle 3 is 60 degrees. 3 and 7 correspond. So angle 7 is also 60 degrees. We've got several straight lines here. So angle 3 and angle 4, for example, form a straight line. So if angle 3 is 60 degrees, well, 180 minus 60 is 120. Angle 4, 120 degrees. Angle 4 and angle 8 correspond. Angle 8 is 120 degrees. 4 and 2 are vertical. Angle 2 is 120. 2 and 6 correspond. Angle 6 is 120. This concludes your lesson over special angle pairs.